Hello, babies, and welcome to Simply Stacy, where the joy of the Lord is our strength. Well, today I want to talk about being prepared. Preparation is everything. You know, so many of us women are waiting on husbands. There's men waiting on companions. I hear it every day. Some, they want companions in their life. But are you prepared? Like the 5 foolish virgins and the 5 wise virgins. The 5 wise virgins had the oils in their lamps. They was prepared for the bridegroom to come. That's a parable in the Bible for us to be prepared for God's coming. But that parable can also be used for our everyday life. We've been waiting on things from God. Are you prepared for them? Are you prepared? Some people say they want a companion, but why do they want a companion? When they get a companion in their life, they don't even treat them right. It's always just an issue with them when they do get the companion in their life. Are you willing to allow to share your space with somebody? You need to be prepared. Some of you ladies been single for a long time. You don't even want to share. You don't even want to take down. This man come in your life, he's going to be your head. You got to be willing to give and take. You don't want to cook. You don't want to clean. You're not going to be able to do what you do when you're single. When you're single, you can do it if you want to, if you don't want to. When you get this husband, he's going to have expectations of you. You're going to have expectations of him. Are you willing to meet his expectations? Is he willing to meet your expectations? Be prepared. Be prepared. Don't get caught with your oil not being in your lamp when the bridegroom comes. You might have been waiting for I don't know how many years. Like me, I've been waiting for a while. But I've been waiting patiently, doing what God had me to do. Be anxious for nothing. Wait on God. Be still and know He's God. He's going to come by. I just feel it right now in this season that some women that's really been waiting on God, including myself. We've really been waiting on God and being respectful and honorable to God and being obedient to God. That this is our season to get that husband that God has promised us, that we done dreamed about, that we done been prophesied about. This is our season to get the bridegroom. But be prepared, ladies. Be prepared, men, to get that God has promised you. I tell you, I feel the anointing so strong right now as I'm speaking this. This is your time and your season that the bridegroom is going to manifest himself in your life with your companion. But be prepared. Don't have to run out and get the oil. Other anointed men and women of God want other anointed men and women of God. They want you walking with the Holy Ghost. Being led by the Holy Ghost. That's the oil in your lamp. Do you have the Holy Ghost? Sin separates you from God. When you sin, the Holy Ghost is gone. So men and women of God, be prepared. Make sure you got your oil in your lamp. Don't be found asleep when the bridegroom comes. Some of you have your mate walking right with you every day, but you're asleep. You don't even recognize that the bridegroom has sent your companion into your life. He has manifested himself, but your eyes have to be open because you're not walking in the spirit. You're walking in your flesh. But once you walk in the spirit, you will see the gift that God has already sent you. Babies, I just feel it so strong right now. That this is the season for men and women of God that's been waiting on that godly companion. But be ye also ready. Be prepared. Be prepared for the gift that God is sending you. Be prepared. Like those 5 wise virgins in the Bible. They had the oil. They had extra oil. They was prepared. They was prepared for the bridegroom to come. That parable is about a wedding. And what went on during that time. During a Jewish wedding, and they was waiting on the wise and the wise virgins and the foolish virgins was the bridal party for that wedding of that husband and that wife. But the foolish virgins wasn't prepared. They didn't know when the bridegroom was going to show up at their doorstep. So they supposed to have been ready when they got there, when the bridegroom got there to their door. So the door of opportunity is getting ready to open for us. Be prepared. I'm prepared, babies. I'm prepared. I'm ready for my groom. I'm prepared. I'm ready to serve. I'm ready to give. I'm ready to share my space. I'm prepared. Are you prepared for when the bridegroom shows up at your door? Are you prepared, ladies and gents? You've been crying out, want God to move, give you a godly man and woman of God. Are you ready? I had this experience in my life that somebody had wanted me. And when I showed up at the door, they weren't prepared. You know, it was a couple gentlemen that came in my life. They weren't prepared because they wanted to whoremonger. And that wasn't on my time. I'm doing unto God what he wants me to do. You know, sex is not an option in my life until marriage. So they wanted sex before marriage. So they wasn't prepared for a godly woman because I'm a godly woman. So babies, make sure that you're prepared for what you're asking for and that it's not going to be too much for you when it shows up at your door. Because I showed up at those fellas' doors. They had been crying out and praying for a godly woman, but they was not really prepared, honey. They was not prepared for a godly woman. So babies, be ye also ready. Because I see it with some women of God too. They're not really prepared for a godly man. It's too much for them. But God prepares us. He loves us and he prepares us for the gifts that he's going to give us. So be ye also ready. Don't be like the 5 foolish virgins. Be like the 5 wise. And be prepared for when the bridegroom comes and knocks on your door. You may fall asleep, but when he comes, you're going to be prepared. You know, babies, I love you, and so does God. Preparation is everything in every situation in our lives. Be ye also ready, so when opportunities knock, that we are prepared. And I'm talking to myself too. I need to be prepared because so many opportunities are coming my way now. So I need to be ye also ready, and so do you. Babies, I love you, so does God. Have a blessed day. Smooches. See you again, sugar woogers.